I've been thinking a lot about the effort that you can put into something. You can either try and skate by just basically putting in just enough effort to get the job done, not really trying to put in much effort, or you can put in all of your effort to try and get the thing done to the best of your ability. And there is a drastic difference between like the 0 to 50% mark and the 50 to 90% mark and then the 90 to 100% mark. That 90 to 100% mark is where all the victories are won because most people can put in 0 to 50%. Most people can put in, if they're really trying, 50 to 90%, but it takes a lot of effort to put in 90 to 100%, and most people don't want to put in that extra 10% of effort to get it done properly. There's a saying that comes into mind at the moment from Alex Mosey that says, if it's worth doing, then it's worth doing well. And that saying really kind of rings true to myself because there's two parts to it, right? And this is how he explains it as well, is that if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. So if it's worth doing well is what most people focus on because then obviously put in a lot of effort, strive to achieve the best because it's worth doing well. But the thing is, a lot of people don't focus on if it's worth doing. And a lot of people do a lot of things that aren't actually worth doing. And as a result, they don't put in 100% on the things that they actually do. And so what most people do is they put in half effort into everything because they overload their plate. They don't try and stick to one primary thing and put in a lot of effort into that one thing. They just kind of skate by, just trying to do the bare minimum in a bunch of different things. For example, if you have to clean, you can either clean half-ass or you can clean 100%. You can clean the house completely top to bottom and make it look spotless. Or you can just do a half-ass job, so at the end of the day, it still looks kind of dodgy. And once you finish cleaning, you will look back on the actual job that you've done. You won't be as satisfied as you would have been if you just put in 100% effort from the start. The thing is, when you're lazy and you don't put in the effort into the things that you actually care about, you rub off on people, right? That energy of not giving a shit rubs off on all the people around you. And if you're trying to be a leader, if you're trying to lead the way and be an example, you can't do that. You can't just put in just the minimal effort just to skate by. It may have worked for you in school, for example, if you were able to get the top grades and not even put enough effort in. That was me, for example. I was pretty much able to get straight A's just by, waiting for the last week and then basically doing it all in the last week, rushing it. And then I was able to get an A. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm able to skate by just doing the bare minimum effort. But the thing is that if you do put in 110% effort, like way more than anyone else can put in, that ability that you have to be able to skate by, if you find that ability to be able to skate by, because most people couldn't do it in the last week and get an A, right? But if you're able to put in that 110% effort, it kind of unlocks a different level of potential that you never even realize that you have because you've never really tried to put in 110% effort into the thing you actually really truly care about. For me at the moment, that seems to be YouTube. I'm uploading frequently, consistently, trying to improve the quality of these videos. And so if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. I figure that YouTube is really worth doing because it grows me as a person and it helps you guys as well. And so because I've labeled it as something that I really think is worth doing in my life, I think it's worth doing extremely well. At the end of the day, once you make a decision, you scratch out all the other decisions that you didn't make, right? You pick a decision. And so for me, that's YouTube. And I'm picking it, I'm going down this path. And so if I don't put in 110% effort into it, the time that I'm spending on YouTube that I could have spent on other things that I may have put 110% effort in is erased already because I'm not even going down that path. I'm going down the YouTube path. I've decided that the YouTube path is worth doing. And so I've decided the YouTube path must be worth doing well because if I don't put in the effort needed to actually succeed in YouTube, then I won't be able to succeed at all, right? If I have too many things on my plate, if I have YouTube like a side business, I want to clean, I want to build a body, I want to fucking do all these other things. If I just try and, of course I'll eventually achieve those things. It's a layered progress type of deal. But if I try and do it all at once, then I'll end up going to be able to basically put in half effort into everything and never actually achieve one thing properly. It's too easy to basically just try and skate by, just doing just enough to get by. And truly, to unlock your full potential, you really need to put in 110% effort into the things that you care about. You need to decide on the things that you actually care about. That's the if it's worth doing part. And then once you've actually decided that, you need to do that thing really, really well. I kind of keep beating on the point because it's so, so important. And it took me a long time to actually understand the fact that, you can skate by that has succeeded for you in the past, but you unlock a different level of potential if you put in 110% effort. I've never uploaded as consistently as I have been on this YouTube channel. and I'm seeing results like I haven't seen in the past. And that's due to my consistency over the past week and a half. And it's truly mind blowing. I'm getting so many views. I've gained more subscribers than I have in the past, like within the time span. Besides like one massive spike in the past, but that doesn't count. I was lucky. And truly what this is teaching me, actually uploading consistently on YouTube, is basically training my mind to be consistent, actually putting the effort into the thing I care about, which is YouTube, and try and actually bring something fruitful from my efforts. Because until this point in my life, I actually haven't succeeded in anything. The last thing that I succeeded in was becoming dux in my school. I was pretty much the top of my class, finished top of my class in school. I was able to skate by just doing that, and I actually achieved the top of my grades, better than anyone else, but I was just skating by. But the thing is, once I've left school, and I've basically faced the harsh reality of the real world, is that I haven't actually gotten that level of achievement, that level of recognition, that level of satisfaction from actually putting in all the effort over the years, because I truly haven't put in the effort into one thing over the years. I've kind of been sporadic, jumping from here to there, from idea to idea. And I guess so the idea with this YouTube is to put in as much effort as I can. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. So this is the only thing that I'm focusing on at the moment. I know I've kind of jumped all over the place in this video, but I hope you kind of grabbed a little bit of nugget of information from this video that could help you in your own life. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, don't do what you feel like doing, do what is required.